You're like, good morning. And for people from other time zones, especially if someone is joining from the subcontinent and the Far East, and good afternoon. Welcome to Supply Chain Talks. I'm your host, Noman Ali, founder and CEO of Supply Chain Talks. Today, we are very excited to bring you an exclusive one-on-one conversation with Gautam Kumar. He is the COO and co-founder of FarEye. FarEye is a global leader in intelligent delivery management solutions. FarEye is transforming last mile logistics with its innovative platform, empowering enterprises to deliver with great efficiency, visibility, and sustainability. Our discussion today is titled Reimagining Last Mile Logistics, FarEye's vision for GCC and KSA in the era of artificial intelligence, sustainability, and the Vision 2030. We will be exploring FarEye's business model, its expansion into Saudi Arabia, its footprint over there, and how technology is reshaping logistics across this whole region. So, a big welcome to Gautam Kumar. How are you, Gautam?
Hey, no, good, and thanks a lot for telling me about, and I came to know a lot of things about myself as well. And it's always, great interacting with you because you are one of the, amazing consultant for the reason, the local nuances, and definitely with my learnings of more than decades in the region. It would be great sharing my experience, like how FarEye has contributed in the digital growth and how we see the entire landscape, starting from the not the right date of delivery to the quick deliveries that we are talking about, and definitely with the plan of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and multiple countries of the region, Gulf region, and to have much more sustainable deliveries or the vision 2030. So definitely love to talk much more. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let us jump into our first question for this session, and that is to talk about how does FarEye see the evolving landscape in the GCC, and especially with a focus of Saudi Arabia, and what role does the company aim to play in shipping it? So over to you, Gautam.
Yeah, see, largely, if we'll see the in last one decade of the growth of the entire Gulf region, right? So it has gradually moved, and my note would be, this is one of the reasons that has done like a very faster change. If we are talking about the growth of the e-commerce, and the largest driver is the consumer, because in the region, all the brands are fulfilling the consumer expectations and focusing on the consumer experience, because for every brands, not only online brands, like the way the days of Namsi, Noon, and then Amazon started by acquiring companies. So if you'll see the entire journey, right, and then all the participants of the offline retail, or the traditional businesses houses, they were much more proactively investing into the a high tech solutions, high technological advancement that they have done, right? So largely this is the key for the reason, and with the partnership with all the even government, I'll further also talk about the government initiatives. So it has always empowered and given a lot of mileage in the growth of the region, growth of the adoption of the e-commerce, growth of the the investments in the cross-border trades and all, right? So it's a very unique example, and from the FarEye perspective, what we have done in last one decade, and we are committed to do that for future as well. All right. So this is one of the strategical reason for us. All right. So and with KSA having close to 60-65% of the GDP of the Gulf, right? So we are very keen in partnering, investing with the digital growth of the region, and definitely we'll speak much more about the economy and with the artificial intelligence coming up, we deal with like a lot of customers over there, like from every domain, right? Be it like a retail, pharma, CPG, so we work very closely over there with brands like pharmacy brands, Nadi Pharmacy, Aldava, and then brands who delivers water bottles to fashion brands like a Landmark to a Salute Group to multiple more, right? So we deliver the expectations of the customer. We deliver the happiness of the customer consumer in the region, and we are also going to predict, and we are going to work very closely with the sentiment of the customers through the last mile technology over there in the region. And with that plan, we have huge investments in terms of AIs, how AI will keep ahead of parcel ahead of everything, right? So that is the whole idea, Naman. Yeah.
So awesome. See, and I was fortunate enough to attend a couple of months back the roundtable in Riyadh as well, and I learned a great deal about FarEye and got to hear a lot about from your customers directly as well. So that was a fortunate enough. And when you talk about water bottles, for example, Nova is an example, Nati is there, then one of the leading transport companies, CityLink, they just signed up with you. I think the go live has already happened in Jeddah for them. So yes, you have some great, good stories, and we will touch those in the later part. But the question that I would like to pop now is that what is basically, how does your solution stands out? What makes FarEye the better choice for companies to go with and automate their last mile, their transport mechanism? There are a lot of solutions in the market, more homegrown as well, regional as well, global as well. Everybody is working in this area. There is a big, organic, whatever you may call it, but exponential growth in the TMS fleet management, TMS solution. So how does FarEye is reimagining the last mile logistics?
Yeah. That's very interesting, and you are touching the right aspect of the businesses, right? If you'll see, in Saudi, and I always say, logistic is a much more like a local solution, right? So nobody can compare that, like the way it's working in Americas, it will work in let's say KSA, or it will work in Bahrain, or it will work in UAE, right? So it's a different expectations of the customers, the different environment, different infrastructure, right? So any global player who wanted to invest and who wanted to come to KSA, wanted to come to the Gulf region, they'll have to go deep. They'll have to touch the soil sand of the region, right? And then they will learn about what is the right expectation and right value of the infrastructure over there that has been built in the ages, right? Because uh, uh, this is very important, like when you are touching the last mile piece, because if you'll see the global numbers, the entire the cost of the last mile is close to 45 to 55%. That varies on different aspect, right? And if you are going to mess with one wrong experience, then it's going to change and create your negative snowball effect, right? So it's learning of much more like a localized knowledge. You will have to understand like the preference of the consumer, right? Because this is much more important. And I'll give you another one example, that's very easy example. Like if any large company is coming from different part of the globe, 3 weeks before I was in Americas, right? And dealing with looking at different logistic pieces. So the normal practice over there is you can leave at the doorstep, and then customer will get the notification, they'll pick as per their comfort, right? But if
Correct.
you'll see our region, Gulf, and in our country, KSA, right? So what will happen? You will have to make sure, because this is much more than the buying experience, right? So you will have to hand over in the hand, because see, like it's people are very much connected with the buying pattern, buying behavior, right? And it talks and translates. It's not only like a commodity, but translating to the emotions, right? So that is one big thing. And if you are not knowing the DNA of our country, KSAs, and the reason, then definitely things would be tough, or very tough, right? So if you'll see the buying behavior, like I was going through one of the report, and it was showing like close to more than 70% people are like having age less than 35 years, right? In KSA. And like they are they are like thinking much ahead. They're like their brain is much moving faster than AIs, right? And at the same time, like if they are not satisfied with your product, right, then they have like a multiple options. So you, while like you are delivering, you will have to be very near to their requirements. You will have to be very near to their buying patterns. You will have to be very near to the choices, right? And when I'll speak on the AIs, and I'll tell you like how AI is going to translate and convert all those learnings, and giving the feel like of giving the retail bonding with the end customer, right?
Perfect. And you mentioned an interesting part, less than 35 years customer experience. And if I share a little bit of my own experience from a last mile delivery partner, and technology enables them. For me, an important part is not just living at the doorstep in Saudi Arabia because of the goods safety and security situation. We are even able to tell the delivery guy to come inside the house and leave it next to the entrance door. So it's not just about living at the door or outside the house. We even welcome them inside the house, that they leave it at the entrance door as well. So
Correct.
so that is a customer experience. And now touching on the customer experience, fine. And you talked about AI. So I would like to bring in AI. That how is FarEye leveraging AI to enhance their efficiency, their predictability model, and their customer experience in the last mile area?
Yeah, see, this is like a very important. And lastly, if we'll see the existence of FarEye, right? So even a lot of people was asking in Bay Area to me, hey, like, what's the impact? So I'll go back, and I'll talk about some impact of AI in our domain, and then we'll come on the FarEye side, right? So people were asking, a lot of people in the Bay Area, hey, like, how AI will change the way of working that you do, like in the case of last mile delivery. So our ask is here, like, definitely AI is going to enable, and the entire generative AI, agentic AI, and all the LLM models. That is definitely helping to do something faster, but not everything faster, right? Because in our business, if there is an iPhone to deliver from point A to B, AI is not going to create like an iPhone and connecting the APIs of the Foxconn to the Apple design, and then like creating near to you, right? This is not the time. And definitely, if it will happen down the line, it will happen in future, but not now, right? So at the end of the day, like, in logistic, you know. Uh, like it's the logistic is there since the generations, and for many thousand years, 100 years, right? So the role of technology is like quite simple. And then like coming to the FarEye, that FarEye existence of FarEye was always to provide the visibility into the entire logistic value chain, not only to the consumer, but to the brand who is going to own the consumer, right? So FarEye is going to communicate directly with multiple legs together, right? So that was one piece. Another piece was like always FarEye has invested into the tech in last 12 years. that can make delivery much more faster, right? And
Correct.
that's what like FarEye has attracted the globe and working in 32 countries and creating like lot of local learnings. Now with the AI, all those learnings and delivering faster will add like a catalyst in the vision of FarEye, right? So and this is one thing where like we were investing, because see, like for us machine learning was not new. For us the creating the data models was not new, because
Mhm.
and largely like when you remember our days, I was speaking yesterday in my Dubai in some of the government delegations, like 7 8 years before, even before COVID, 5 6 years before, like a getting addressed like a pin address was like a very tough problem. People will mention, hey, my house is this behind the banyan tree, and that
Landmarks.
banyan, yeah, these are the landmarks, and that banyan tree is like almost like a 5 kilometer far from that house, right? So FarEye has learned on the local level on those data points in last 10 12 years, right? And then like we have converted, like we had mapped so many times with the personas. If no one is buying something, let's assume from our one of the partners, one of the customers, and then like FarEye was giving them the right pin of the Noman, right?
Correct.
Because and last 10 years, like we have collected a lot of data, we have used a lot of models of the machine learning, and definitely with the AIs, the fastest thing is happening, that the entire agents of the FarEye that you are communicating, where is my order, what is the expected time of deliveries, all those communication is handled with our agentic AIs. That is one piece. Like even like to increase the efficiency to a lot of brands over there. Like let's assume like somebody is asking, hey, like my I'm not available at the home because of XYZ reason, might be some emergency, and then like our auto routing engine is going to plan better, so our agentic AIs are going to validate, check that this plan is doable or not doable, right? Because if
Correct.
you are doing till plan, like it's again like a theoretical stuff. But if you are going, for the validation using the agentic AI, learning from the last 1 month data about the pattern of the deliveries, and then like you are correcting that, or you are either diverting the routes or putting in the right slots or doing the right customer communication using multiple agents that FarEye has invested down the line last 3 years. And one of the first investor into the AIs, right? That is second piece. The third piece is like with our courier express parcel companies, what we have seen, like there are like a lot of issues into the invoice reconciliations, right?
Mhm. Correct.
So what we have done, because and that takes a lot of time. Like you will claim your merchant, hey, we have delivered these many packets, and then like your merchant will ask, no, like we need some validation. They'll go back to their systems and all. So we have created and connected all those agents through the APIs, and these things are going to help in the big way in reduce the reconciliation manpower over there to increase the efficiency. The fourth layer is like the support function, right? So earlier there used to be like a lot of call center agents talking about, hey, like don't worry, I will help you to provide the visibility about the shipment details. Okay, don't worry, you have ordered like cash on delivery, but you wanted payment links. We'll send you the payment link on the WhatsApp. So all those things is done through the agentic AI in the real world, in the context to FarEye, right? The fifth leg is like while driver is driving, and he needs to validate certain addresses. Like we also validate through the agents in the runtime level, chatting with the customer and helping driver to drive safely, not to communicate much on the phone, towards the driver safety policies, right? And the sixth and the last leg is like the maintaining the local compliance, right? Because this is very important. And not only the government compliance, but the compliance of the quality of product, because like is this going to maintain the right temperature, what is the right standard and all, like under the certain temperature, humidity in the pharmaceutical domain. So these are the 6 layers where like we are much more deeper. We are using agentic AI, and we are investing very like a very highly time over there, and like for the reason like for Gulf and KSA, right? We are doing a lot of investments over there on the AI side. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. See, uh, regarding when we talk about AI, right? So I agree with you. And another aspect that earlier last month we were having the podcast with Parcelat as well, and I know that now FarEye is partnering with Parcelat, also with SPL National Address as well, and you are incorporating all those features because what my understanding when you're talking about the pin location, National Address is helping. Take the Google Maps or the that pin location to the next level to know exactly that which apartment number, which floor, which location exact, so that you don't even need to reconfirm. It is accurate, 100% accuracy, which is now being built in. Another thing that which comes to my mind, and I'm very sure that that kind of AI or data analytics is there, that when a customer is more willing to receive the shipments as well, is it in the morning time, so that the companies can plan their routes accordingly, that at what time do they prefer, the morning time, the afternoon, the evening, what time, so that the right delivery of full 100% fulfillment delivery is done on the first shot.
Normal, like it's a very right ask, and that's great that you are part of the ecosystem, right? So you have seen that, and national address is one of amazing investment, as in the beginning of the session I was talking about, because our
Yeah.
government is also like a very proactive in investing into the right infrastructure. All right. So national address is one, like FarEye was one of the first who integrated for the reason, right? And we are like a fully integrated, and I think like it's a time now, like a lot of companies might be knowing now, but we had integrated, and like rose to the government of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, that they have created what I remember like almost far integrated 6 7 years before with the national addresses. And like quality of data, as you correctly told, like if there is no one's address, like FarEye is like getting all those right pins and doing the right deliveries. And so that's what, like again coming back and talking about like the having the localized thing, like because see, like logistic is one thing that if you don't know the local behavior, local integrations, local thing, that it would be very tough. Another example I'll give you, one of the entire courier express parcel business is shifting towards the gig economy, right? And gig economy means like you have seen the evolution of Ubers and Karims and Bolts in the region, in the globe, right? So there are like a lot of participation is coming from the SMEs. And once you're going to talk about the SMEs, they're like a small delivery service providers. They wanted to become partner, and government is taking a lot of initiative to bring them, all the SMEs, into the mainstream of the economy, because that is like a creator of the economy. So with our like a FarEye digital tech, right? So what we have done, that we have enabled a small DSPs, like a delivery service providers, to become like a partner of you name any of the large organizations in the region, be it Noon, Amazon, or local players over there, Saudi Post, or Nakil, or be it Samsar, right? So
Okay.
they can patch their thing. They can deliver with even in the food delivery, quick commerce, be it Hunger Box, be it Americana's partners, be it like a lot of China brand is also jumping up into there. So so we have also created tech leveraging the DSPs, allowing them to come into the mainstream of the business in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and this is going to uh, help adopting the local tech as well. As like a national address is one, because you can figure out who is the guy near to this location to pick the
Correct.
job, to do the delivery, like the way it's working with the Kareems and Uber and Bolts of the globe. In the same way, with the parcel, with the quick commerce, right? We have a lot of models where like we are enabling brands, and we are working with a lot of brands in the region, in the country, where like they are going to not only fulfill from the dark stores, but they are going to fulfill from their offline store, retail stores, right? Because we know the location, the pin of the customer, we know the pin of the retail store, we know the pin of the rider, right? So FarEye is able to map very easily if there is any order is coming. Let's say if I'm going to order anything from Riyadh or Dammam, right, and this is my address, then automatically it will pick my address. It will, it will notify the nearest retail store that hey, like I'm looking for Tommy Belt, Aldo shoes, or anything, and then like they will do the fulfillment and the express delivery of 2 hours. 90 minutes will happen like a crazy. So national addresses has definitely given a lot of mileage in our country to help and to grow the businesses and to empower the businesses, because with all the online shoppings, and I'll tell you like some of the data points. It's a crazy data points that like is there in the region, like it's easily 5x or 6x more than the e-commerce order. The quick commerce orders are 5x 6x more, right? And see, like, yeah, so it's a humongous, right? Like, and that is like a very special to the region. This is not like in other part of the Western world, right? So I'm talking about like in the Gulf, in the KSA, in all the big cities, right? So if you are dealing with the 5x 6x much more volume than the parcel, then like it's a very important to have and to know where is my fulfillment area, from where is my customer, then where like I'll have to pick and where to deliver, right? without
Correct.
that without that nobody can participate into the journey of quick commerce, right? And that's what like we should thank to like the entire government of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to to think very proactively. Almost they thought like more than decades before about investing into the right infrastructure, right national addresses, and because of that, like we are able to fulfill the need of the customer. As again I told, like nowadays, like people less than 35 years are like they are moving with the crazy velocity, right? So they are working with GPT and a lot of AI tools, and they wanted everything immediately, like a generative AI. So these things have has definitely accelerated the growth, penetration, and adoption of the quick commerce in the region. Yeah.
Quick comment. Perfect. Awesome. Appreciate this. And again, since the generation is young in Saudi Arabia and this region as well, and one of the key concerns of this generation is about the planet itself. So sustainability is obviously a very hot topic over here. So in line with Vision 2030, sustainability is one of the key pillars of Vision 2030 in the kingdom. Fine. So, what sustainable practices and green logistics innovations is FarEye introducing in the region? How is FarEye supporting this Vision 2030?
Yeah, it's very important for our vision as well, and with the approach of FarEye, like when we started 12 years before, uh, from day zero for us, it was there. Hey, like how will you reduce like a carbon footprint? Because
Mhm.
we also remember the days where like uh, our delivery partners were moving with the printed run sheets on the A4 size papers, that this has been
Correct.
delivered, has been delivered, this has been delivered, right? So in the first 5 years of the FarEye journey, what we have done, like we have uh, educated brands, we have educated, uh, supply chain leaders, and they were much more proactive, incidentally, and we have reduced like tons of the paper uses, printed paper uses, and by doing the entire digitalized infrastructure, right? And so this was the beginning of FarEye, but with the vision of 2030, right? And going much more green with the adoption of green vehicles, and also uh, our technology is also supporting in a big way. Like there are like a multiple sort of fleets. Like nobody can come and ask you like we can immediately switch off, and tomorrow onwards the road will like a carbon neutral, and we'll do the sustainable delivery, right? It's a journey, right? Even at
Correct.
FarEye, what we does, like we are going to map and prioritize the delivery based on the quality of the green vehicles or electric vehicles or gas vehicles in multiple region and in the country as well. All right. So I'll talk on like three things about how
Sure.
FarEye is helping, how FarEye is helping for the sustainable and green delivery. So first thing is like by saving through the routing. You know, so we are maximizing the fleet by reducing the air miles. So our planning layer, the entire FarEye planning layer, the entire routing piece, and the capacity planning with the last in first out approach, what we are going to do, that we are going to maximize uh, the carrying capacity of the vehicle, right? And
Mm.
that is one of the largest advantage, because like instead of, let's assume, like a 60 deliveries, you are going to empower the vehicle by maintaining all the right business KPIs, and you're going to do 70 deliveries or 80 deliveries, right? So this is like a one massive win towards the like reducing the carbon footprint, because vehicle won't move more. The second piece of that, like all like big companies are having like multiple like a hybrid fleet, like let's assume 50-60% is having a electric vehicle, then a few gas vehicle, and then like a fuel vehicle based on the diesel and petrols, right? So we prioritize all the like a fulfillment and deliveries through like maximum of the electric vehicles through our engine. Nobody is going to know on the floor. Just we are mapping with the right KPIs of the businesses over there, all right?
Mm.
And like we are also this is like a second layer where like FarEye is going to contribute, like prioritizing all those things through the green vehicles. And the third one, what we have launched through the AI, and because a lot of times our customers are also much more concerned, and they wanted to have like a green deliveries. So
Correct.
if options are not available, you might have seen that notification will come. Hey, do you want to get the green delivery? But only thing, like we'll deliver after 1 hour, right? And so because one's vehicle would be available. So these things, and kudos to our buyers, customer, and citizens. They are also very mindful and the largest driver of the economy in a green way, right? So those communication are making them, and even customers like you and me are definitely, it's fine. Like if it's not a medicine or not a pharmacy product, then we are fine to get the material after 1 hour, right? So if it's contributing for the sustainable world and all, right? So like, so these are the areas where like FarEye is much more invested and participating in the entire, like I'll say, the circular economy, right? Because see, like
Mhm.
you will have to use more the things that is available into the market, and then like into the world, and then like doing the right communication with the stakeholders that is involved into the value chain. Yeah.
Awesome. See, a very good point. And since you touched upon the medicine part, so I would like to share a small experience, and then I will jump to the next question. So, when we talk about medicine and you talk about, when it is needed, and I utilize the app of Nadi a lot for everything, except for directly ordering the prescription medicine. But the Panadols and the normal things, even for my 1 year old son, the diapers and everything. So I order through. the Nahdia. I recently got to know that it is FarEye who is powering the Nahdia, the whole delivery. And one thing is there which really stands out, and it will, when we talk about the next question, and I'm taking you to the next question, the visibility that it provides me as a consumer through your platform is that when I'm ordering something, I am able to select when should I get it today, and the slots are given, every 2 hour slots are given. It tells you, and I can select today or tomorrow deliveries, and I know exactly when I will be available and I will be able to receive, so that there is no need for unnecessary communication. There is no need. I know that if I ordered something and I put the slot for 8 p.m. tonight, for example, the Nahdi delivery will happen in that slot. It has not failed till date, and I've been using that app for the last 2 years now. It not a single delivery has failed. So my experience is 100 out of 100 for that. So I'm now taking you to the next question, which is about enhancing visibility, transparency, and especially the safety part and security. So what role does technology like yours is playing in ensuring complete shipment visibility, operational transparency? So I already gave the example of these two, and the safety security of the goods which are in transit. So over to you, Gautam.
Yeah, no, this is like a very important, right, and thanks a lot for your feedback, and definitely, for any of the entrepreneurs, it's very motivating if thinking about the, if it's any delivery is going to touch with the emotions, right? So when people is going to ask, so I always say, FarEye is touching like a few million hertz every day, right? And that's what, like, because when you are touching the hertz by providing the technology and bringing all the stakeholder through technology, like the first and foremost job is to provide the visibility, right? Because see, like, visibility is one piece that creates the bonding between the two parties, right? And like, see, like, lot of sailors, they don't have, they're like a courier companies, right? And at
Correct.
FarEye, what we have done, we have created a platform with all those shippers or merchants who can go and who can talk with the customer using the FarEye layer. So FarEye is integrated with multiple carriers in the region in KSA. Let's assume like you are owning any brand and you wanted to deliver. Then we are integrated all the leading partners, SMEs, and small players over there on a FarEye layer, and like Saudi Post, Samsung, Nakil, local providers, service providers over there. So visibility is one piece that ensures that, hey, like, as you correctly told, you are less worried about Nadi sending the diapers and the medicine through which courier partner. You need visibility,
Correct.
right? If you have
Correct.
selected slots of tomorrow's, let's assume 11 to 1, and your anxiety will start after one, not before that, right? So
Correct.
and at the same time, we'll have to also manage the, not only the visibility, but at what price point it's coming to you, right? Because it matters at the end of the day to the consumer as well, right? Because if there is extra delivery charges, or if there is extra fulfillment charges, then also gives the anxiety to the customer. So FarEye, while like allocating the courier company, let's assume like XYZ company working with like lot of courier company, then we are seamlessly integrated with them, providing visibility, right price point, right the estimated time of deliveries over there, right? So this is your first point. Second point, like, once we're talking about like a digital transformation, right? So I always say, making one arm as strong is not going to work, in the life. Let's assume like in the entire family, you are the only on WhatsApp. What will you do? Like,
Correct.
will you send message to yourself? No, you are not going to do that, right? So your family,
Correct.
your friends, everyone should be there on WhatsApp, so you would be using and chatting with the WhatsApp. In the similar way, for the organization, like, if they are automating the last mile, then it's not going to fulfill the entire requirement, right? So FarEye has also invested for the reason and done a lot of investment starting from the once you're going to put the moment you are going to put the order on the website, and then it's showing the estimated time of delivery. So FarEye is now like after a couple of acquisitions of the software companies, and just to predict the accurate last mile, we are going to give like a pre-checkout technology as well to our customers. So the moment you are going to do the checkout, you can book the slots and all. So the entire like a digitalization, and I connect all those digital transformation to the transparency, right? Transparency means like into the entire ecosystem, right? Starting from the order, uh, to the inventory guys, to the like a transporter, to the delivery partner, to the end user, right? It's very important, right? And we now like with the entire full stack of the software offering that we have, like and we are just predicting the right ETAs of the last mile, right? So it's still like FarEye is known for the last mile predictability tool, but we have done a lot of investment starting from the moment you are doing the orders and all, right? So this is very important in the journey and providing the transparency, right? The another part is like safety is a big speaking point, like, and once like we get the orders, and we will have to be mindful of the riders, like either who is driving like a uh, four wheelers or two wheelers, right, during the time of delivery, and because of the time pressure, right? So and I have seen like not in KSA but in another region, like FarEye is working in African region, and there are zones like if you are going over there, like there is a maximum chance of the robbery, there is a maximum chance of the theft and all, right? So FarEye Tech has geofence those locations, right?
Correct.
And driver safety is very important, because
Correct.
like it's not only about the parcel. They're not going to only snatch iPhones and like a costly thing, but driver safety is also a big concern, right? So
Correct.
that is like a very high in largely in Afrikaans we have seen. And like once you are coming to our region in Gulf and all, like we also guide them not to have like a rash driving and all, because in our ecosystem there is a high incentive model for on time delivery. So that is also like a holy truth of our business. But through technology, we wanted to give the visibility to the customer. And as I told, like our end consumer is like very caring, right? So even if driver is running late by 5 minutes, 4 minutes, they're not going to cry, because they also understand. And again, like third time I'm quoting, because 70% of the guys like much more exposed now in the global world, right? And so they also think about the safety with the participation from regulator, consumer, and policy makers. And we do provide like a safety technology as well, where like you are not allowed to do, because we do track through our GPS track when you are moving on the roads through our mobile application, that driver is using FarEye, that what is the speed, what is the acceleration, and all those things, that and making drivers life much more safer and much more faster, and to meet the right compliance and timeline. So like to touching all the three areas, then as I told, like visibility, transparency, and safety is like a key in the entire digital transformation domain. And we have started like working with partners, with the retailers, with the online players, to start engagement during the time of the checkout, not only during the time of last mile, right? So we say ourselves like we have empowered FarEye from our FarEye is empowered enough to deal from the order to door delivery. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And see, I agree. Information is key, and in logistics, if you are able to communicate in time, even if there is a delay, if you are able to communicate that, the wow factor still remains intact. But if you fail to share the information, the whole logistics, experience is turns sour. So information sharing and the visibility and transparency is important. Now, coming to the last three questions, which is now the crux of, we built up. We till the first few questions we were talking about what is FarEye and everything. But now let's get into the meat of the discussion, and that is the roadmap for Saudi. What is your vision for Saudi Arabia expansion? Already you are very well grounded in Saudi Arabia. You are working with some of the top notch and leading enterprises, so you have all the tier one customers, definitely, but that is just the start for FarEye. So share your roadmap. What is your strategy for the Saudi market? What are you bringing it, and why should the people who are listening in and other people who will watch it later on as well, our this podcast, why should they choose FarEye? So this is your sales pitch now, Gautam.
See, uh, being a thought leader of the industry, right? So, like, uh, uh, and definitely FarEye journeys always drives with the big moves, right? So I'm not going to do any sales pitch, right, over there, but definitely one of the uh, highest contributor in the roadmap design of the economy and thought leadership of the economy, right? And definitely if things are going to get changed, then people need, and FarEye is a brand much more visible into the market. They'll land to FarEye as well, right? So and that is my job to work very closely with the policy maker. That is my job to invest for another 1 decade for the reason to marry with the vision of the government to become part of the consultative committees. All right. So, and definitely I can vouch and talk much more about Saudi Arabia, and if you'll see the entire vision of 2030 with either the investment of NEOM to the making Saudi as a global hub of the logistic, right? So it's a immense opportunity not only for FarEye but for everyone, right? Because with the infrastructure and stability and with the partnership of the government and regulators and the private players, and the best part is like a government is very open. They're listening the private players. They are making the entire infra like a global city, like a metropolitan city irrespective of the boundaries, right? So and this is going to give like a boundary less like a digital connection to the Saudi, right? And with that aim, with the vision of 2030 to go and to make like a much more like a global logistic hub, right? Then there are like lot of players will come. They'll invest, they'll put their like largest warehouse in the region. uh, uh,
Mhm.
uh, this is like a very key. Saudi Arabia is key for the entire Gulf nation. If either you are doing so, and you have seen like lot of free zones are coming up, lot of investments are there, right? So this is the right time, not for FarEye but for everyone to invest. And definitely FarEye is also very much investing, connecting with all those layers of the governments, all those layers of the NEOM things and all, right? And this is like a this will help in creating the right architecture, not only for the business but definitely for the global players over there, that either FarEye is working with in multiple countries or in a Gulf countries. Just think about Riyadh would be like having such a big hub without the boundaries, and then like your SMEs are also going to generate some import export codes from there, right? And this will help like in your not only e-commerce but definitely like with the growth of the SMEs. That is like one other point. Another point, if you'll see the economic diversification of the region, right? So and it's no more like people are talking about oil and gas, right? So it's lot to talk about like a non-oil and gas GDP, right? And once you're going to talk about that, then you will have to, like invest, and you will have to participate over there, right? So largely like with the growth of the SMEs, connecting all those SMEs on the global level, global platform, right? So definitely like FarEye is working very closely with the changes, with the policies that is driving the change, with the strategy that is like working in the direction to make the global hub of the logistic Saudi Arabia. We are integrated. Our APIs are connected enough. Our AI piece is going to learn faster way. We're going to create all those agents to enable, be it like any shape and form of the transportation, be it like airlines, be it like water movement or a land movement, right? So we are also part of that vision, and definitely like with all the inbound shipment, outbound shipment, FarEye would be one name. You will see in the journey that we would be connected with everyone. Yeah.
Gautam, the signal is breaking. Can you hold?
Hello. Uh,
Hello. Yes, your last comments were not audible. The signal broke away.
is this better?
Yeah, it's better. Yes. So please
Okay.
continue.
So what I was touching upon, because being a global hub, and when like goods are moving through the either through the air or through the water or through the land, right? FarEye is invested and connecting through all those layers of the APIs, and all those agentic forces of FarEye is working that direction to make it much more bigger and connected geography. So definitely like if any movement will happen in the region, like you will see we are one of the largest contributor of the digital growth, that is like a boundaryless growth, and that is also logistic economy of the country. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So again, you talked about, and we mentioned and touched base on some of the customers that you have. So again, if you can share some of the key success stories uh, for Saudi Arabia that where FarEye was able to make that positive impact, not just for the companies but for the economy itself, as you have been mentioning. So do share that the success story that has allowed FarEye to transform the last mile logistics within the kingdom.
This is like a very important thing, right? So when we see like and FarEye is investing and partnering in any country, we always see the digital growth and a digital synchronization of things, right? So we have started long back, almost decade back in the region, and uh, with the brand like Landmark to brands like Nadi Pharmacy that you were mentioning about, right? Uh, then like a lot of users of the Alsaya, then apparels, through the Six Street that you are using,
Correct.
online shopping and all, are like you are buying through a lot of brands using Saloof, or using platform like Nas, right, through Altaya, right? So FarEye is like a partner almost everywhere, right? And because FarEye is like the heart and the backbone of the technology that empowers the delivery, even uh, not only Nadi, but Aldaba is also one of the brand where like,
Yes.
so we are empowering health water, as like a water distribution companies, and some of the CP like FMCG companies and healthcare companies, right? So like we are always creating the tech. We are creating the tech for the betterment of the human life, for the betterment of the impact, and to reduce the digital divide, Numan, and like FarEye has not only contributed, but yeah, we are passionate enough to go much more beyond this in the AI agentic world, right? and definitely keeping all those data privacy and everything in mind, being a global company, and with all the compliant, and also we are very deep rooted in the region. We are very deep rooted with the customers emotion. We are partnering with the individuals through the tech, right? And we are the backbone of the logistic ecosystem in the country. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. We just got a very interesting message right now that I'm from Ali Kahtani, and if you're listening, I'm responding to your message. I'm so interested to have full proposal how we can use live tracking to our trucks. So at least and if Prakar is listening in, you need to do a follow up on this one. So it's paying off. Our conversation, people are getting interested. And I'm coming to the last question of our session, and that is, a lot of companies, they bring in solutions and everything, but they are very, very region specific or country specific. But from what our discussions, you have talked about the American, obviously India, then the GCC, Dubai, Saudi, and everything. So you are not a geography, specific. So this means you mentioned landmarks, apparel, and all these companies as well, which are beyond the borders as well. So how it has, your partnership with these large organizations globally, how it has helped them achieve measurable results in the area of cost optimization, delivery times, or improve sustainability? And how do you see these success stories resonating with the potential customers in Saudi Arabia? What experience do you bring to the table by working with these large organizations and then showcasing it in the region or replicating in the region?
Yeah, no, this is very important, right? And again, like I'll connect if we'll see the uh, and you're touching on the right aspect, Naman, if I'm not wrong, I'm talking about the parcel volumes of the country KSA, right? So close to 100 mils parcel is getting delivered every quarter, right? And like if we'll talk about 1 year, like it's a very sizable number. And again, like there is a uh, you know there is a postal volumes as well. There is a quick commerce as well, right? So and why I'm touching on the parcel volume, it means like the entire source is not needed that it will be from the Gulf countries. It might be coming from China, might be people are shopping from USA, people are shopping from UK brands, Germany brands, and now logistic, the growth of entire e-commerce, parcel and logistic is beyond the boundaries, right? And for
Mhm.
foreign, it's very important to understand like the personas of the global brand. If somebody is going to buy something from, let's assume, Amazon US, or some boutique brands from Germany, and they're going to ship but delivering to the the consumer of KSA. So FarEye plays like a big role, converting, translating everything in a very reasonable way. Let's assume like the German seller will get all those details in a Dutch language, right, or a German language, and over here, like the customer, the end consumer will get everything in a very our own like a Arabic language, right?
Mhm.
So and it's all about making the entire seamless piece of the deliveries. So logistic is always by design, we say it's a local, right? It's a it might be sourcing from anywhere and delivering to the country, right? It should be localized. And only thing, technology is the only thing that will connect the all the geographies, all the different languages, all the different boundaries, right? And that's what, like, for the end customer, let's assume like the brand that is not launched in KSA, right, but that brand is like very specific to Ireland and operating in Dublin, and
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
wanted to order the same brand, let's assume might be a specs or might be watches or might be something, right? then like our tech connecting with the seller to the deliveries is very important, and that's what like our investment to the economy, to the country, is much more important, like. And the way people are asking about tracking visibilities and all, because see, this is the a real pain, because they are not going to ask for themselves, they're asked to provide visibility to their end customer, right?
Correct.
So this is like a great example where, while like they might be using GPS, they might be using mobile application, but FarEye layer is like a open to integrate with everyone, and to the viewers and to the listeners that is
Correct.
listening. And there might be like bunch of entrepreneurs, might be developers. They can create multiple layers more than the FarEye, right? And they can work together by keeping like a platform as a FarEye and delivering values to their ecosystem partners in the bigger way. And like we have designed technology in the similar manner, right? You can write analytics, you can design something, you can run control tower, you can give visibility to customer, you can optimize as per your need, right? So it's a amazing infrastructure of FarEye that will allow to do and to talk much more in your native languages, right?
I think that was great, much appreciated, Gautam. The insights were amazing. They were quite interesting. We had a good interaction, and but before we close, even though we are a little bit above time, but I would still like that we take some of the questions that we have received from our valued listeners. So the first question was from one Amit Sharma, which is very interesting. What does FarEye do?
Yeah,
So
this is very interesting, and so
it's to the point.
Amit, FarEye is like a software as a service company that provides last mile technology, and to the shippers and to the carriers both.
Yeah. So Amit, your next comment was aggregates courier company. No, it enhances the courier company's capabilities of delivering correctly.
Yeah, so Amit, so we are aggregating the courier companies for the shippers, but we are not going to own the SLA and price. So if let's assume like brand like Nadi wanted to optimize, so if Nadi wanted to work with five different companies, courier companies, we are integrated for their consumption, not as a marketplace. So we are not a courier company, we are a software company.
Software company, correct. Then this question came via LinkedIn by one named Shiraz, and he has put in somehow his comments are not showing over here. It is on LinkedIn, but he's talking about three-way match process through AI. I think this is more on proof of delivery and then the invoicing and the billing perspective. How does it work? So I would like if you can answer from a
Yeah,
FarEye
quickly,
perspective. How does it
yeah,
facilitate?
quickly, so like I'll tell you, like let's assume like last mile rider is there to deliver the shipment at your doorstep, but because of the emergency, you are not at home, right? So at
Hmm.
the same time, they'll mark like a failed delivery. The automated chat bot will call you to reconfirm to the user, hey, like because you have selected the slots of 11 to 1, but you are not at home, all okay, you wanted to schedule the delivery to give the personalized feeling. So this, like a generative AI call agent, agentic AI will call you, then transcript back and schedule. You will like if you'll respond, hey, like I would be available in the evening, so make delivery at 5 to 7, right? Then automatically it will put into the next delivery slots, right? So these are like a three-way match process in the FarEye journey.
Fine. Perfect. Thank you, Gautam. So next question is from my friend Sumer from Riyadh. He's asking through FarEye platform, can we eliminate the extra cost which is associated with transportations and how I will be supportive for delivery riders or drivers? Once you complete, please answer. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, this is very interesting, and like so our entire aim is to reduce the cost of the transportation. And like for any of the brands, let's assume like shippers that is delivering through three different partners, and rate of, let's assume like Aramex or Saudi Post or like Samsa are different. For the same delivery, it will allocate to the lowest one who is going to fulfill this one. This is one side for the courier companies, because our technology is helping to maximize the capacity of the truck. So instead of 50-60 delivery, that truck will do like a 70-80 delivery. It means like your price per delivery is becoming much more cheaper, right? So these are like a few examples, and there are a lot, right? And definitely maintaining the compliance and driver safety, our technology is helping to eliminate all the extra cost, or like a free air inside the vehicle, right? And that will help during the planning year. Yeah.
Yeah, I will just add to it for Sumaya that not just about because you mentioned it earlier as well. So it's about maximizing the load or maximizing the shipments, keeping the compliance intact, and also with route optimization, less kilometers traveled as well, so that your fuel cost goes down, your time consumed goes down, your green logistics come into, your carbon footprint goes down. So all of this through these solutions, it basically enhances the overall performance of your logistics function. So I wanted to put there my two pieces as well. So next question is from Umar Saeed. He's from Pakistan. And what is your opinion on reverse logistics? So I would rephrase it. How does FarEye support reverse logistics? Because it's a big nuisance.
No, this is very important, and like in a lot of brands, goes like around 12%, 10% of fast, like fashion brands and all, right? So it's a heavy cost. So there are two ways, right? So one is like we maintain the tracking of on time in full delivery, that is OTIF, right? Because if you'll see like a lot of big and bulky parts, like you have ordered furniture through IKEA, right? And some of the parts are missing, right? Then definitely you will return. And then like after that, somebody will come for the reverse pickup. And also what we do, like we have designed the national addresses integrated location, where like it will allocate, because in the reverse logistic you don't need inventory to deliver, you need capacity to pick the item, right? So FarEye is like a well known for the reverse logistic, and again to reduce the cost as well, because like if someone is coming towards your address to do the delivery, at the same time he or she is getting the notification, hey, you will have to do the pickup from this location as well, right? So they have the capacity post delivery, you can optimize the reverse logistic using FarEye.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. I think then we have one from Ali Khatani I mentioned. So I know the gentleman. I will reach out to Ali, to you myself. And the most interesting comment that Ali made, and I will share it for you, Prakar, is this. I did not ask him to make this comment. This is in reference to what we were discussing earlier. I hope to see you in Landmark Logistics Conference in Jeddah.
No, that's good. So definitely my local team is empowered enough, and
No, I just wanted to share it that it resonated so much with our earlier discussion that I found it funny that I wanted to share it over here to you. So again,
this is great, and with the local presence and all, definitely like
yes,
we wanted to
see, Tawfiq is
participate.
already there. I will ask Tawfiq to connect with Ali as well. Fine, and Tawfiq can take the discussions forward with Ali directly as well.
Yeah.
So
Topic is based on Riyadh, so like you would be the right person.
Yes, obviously. So he's a gem of a person. So I think the next question is, and this is not directly related, more of a supply chain question. What are the biggest supply chain efficiency in Saudi construction industry today that a digital marketplace could solve? See, I would give my 2 cents, and then Gautam, you can also see for the construction industry. It's an evolving, it's a developing industry in Saudi Arabia. It's booming right now. One of the is that the visibility of the shipments coming in. When we talk about the construction industry, this is not parcel and packet. This is truckloads of consignments coming in. Low bed trailers and everything. And sometimes if you do not have the right schedule visibility, you cannot make preparation to receive those shipments as well. And if your partners or your delivery partners or your companies are using the right TMS solutions, they can provide you the right visibility as well so that you can prepare the receiving part of it. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents. Gautam, or if you would like to add to it.
Yeah, no, see, like for any of the entrepreneurs, they wanted to, and assuming Abdullah in Kano is asking about the digital marketplace, right? Considering as an entrepreneur, like you will have to study about like what is the size of target addressable market, like a TAM, SAM over there, and the buying behavior of the customer. Because in construction industry, this is one of the booming industry all across the globe, what I have seen, and definitely like connecting the right demand with the right supply chain is the key, right? And doing the on time in full delivery, because it reduces a lot of the cost of the planning labor, because it's a very high like labor incentive business, and then like a lot of commitments from the multiple stakeholders. So then definitely like if your TAM SAM is going to allow, then definitely like you should invest into the right supply chain tool and logistic tool to give the visibility to your partners who is participating in the construction of the building. Yeah.
Okay. And Abdurrahman, thank you for your comment. Yes, it's a 180 billion market size right now. So thanks for that. I will take the next question, and that is, so let me show you Tawfiq, a comment from Tawfiq. We were mentioning about Tawfiq as well. So I wanted to, give him the spotlight as well. So
Part of my team over there in Riyadh, so definitely like he would be the best guy. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So just the last question I would like, because it is from Abdul Rahman Kanu from the construction. He is saying that I'm building a marketplace for the construction, connecting suppliers and contractors with real-time logistics tracking. I love your expert advice on how key points validate and shape this concept. I think this is a question more on an offline. Abdul Rahim, you can connect with me. And if you are looking for the right validation on the logistics solution or the right app to enhance your marketplace, maybe FarEye can be a good partner to you, but we can connect offline on this one. So again, a big thank you. Let me just hold on just a second, Gautam, so that we are now coming to the closure. And so again, a big thank you, Gautam, for sharing such valuable insights on how FarEye is reimagining last mile logistics and supporting the region infrastructure, the growth, and its transformation, especially for Saudi Arabia in line with Vision 2030. I enjoyed our discussion. I got to learn a lot as well. And a big thank you to all the participants who logged in, who raised these questions. These were very informative, and a big thank you. A last comment, if you not have already done, make sure you do support Supply Chain Talks by subscribing to our channel. And we will hope to see all of you return to our next podcast as well. So until then, this is Noman Ali signing off. And it helps me by your love and support to keep me inspired. And again, in the last, Gautam, a big thank you to you.
No, it's always privilege to talk and exchange, my learnings, Noman, and thanks to all the viewers and patience. This is one of the longest, I will say, like podcast or thing that I'm live available right now. So and definitely like I'm also enjoying talking about the reason, and definitely reach to Noman through his channels and through LinkedIn, and definitely I'm well connected with him. So along with my team, like through Noman, we would be trying to be near to your answers, and we'll try to build the economy together and to bring digital synchronization through the logistic and last mile in the country and in the region. So thanks everyone, thanks for your patience, and thanks a lot, Noman, for this platform.
Okay, so this is us signing off. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.